Hello, I'm Tom Bateman and I am playing William Shakespeare.
And I'm Lucy Briggs-Owen and I'm playing Viola de Lesseps in Shakespeare in Love at the Noel Coward Theatre.
Shakespeare in Love we have really been looking at since day one, really, as it's a bit of a love letter to theatre. And Declan Donlan, the director, has talked about how it's looking at the transformative power of theatre and what it's like, especially back in the Elizabethan time. We're trying to embody that world and the creation of one of the greatest love stories ever told, written, Romeo and Juliet, and how that came to be, and the world in which it lived and what infused that. So really it is rather wonderful. The film is fantastic in what it does, but putting on stage a production that is looking at putting a hugely powerful production on stage really lends itself well to being where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to add anything?
Well, it's quite a theatrical story, isn't it? And the film paints the world so beautifully for us that we had that template fleshed out, and we've had such brilliant writers on it. Lee Hall's done the adaptation for the stage, and both Tom Stoppard and Lee have been in the room, a fair bit, and we've had some license to not improvise as such, but find what the text needs to be, because it is quite a transition from the screen to the stage, and there are moments technically that have needed to be
fleshed out, especially narratively, things that you can tell in the film with a close up and the flick of an eye really needs to be fleshed out and explored slightly more on the stage. So we have had license to flesh that out ourselves, sometimes to disastrous effect. But yes. The dogs have been amazing, and it is very fun, but we have had to, when we were in rehearsals, half an hour after lunch, pretty much every day, was spent going through all of the dog stuff, because they need just as much preparation as us. But they are fantastic. It does lend something rather wonderful and freeing as well, because it just, I don't know, you get so wrapped up in what we're trying to do, and you can get tense and everything, and then a dog walks on, and you think, this is really fun, and you have to sort of hide these treats around the stage to make it do certain things. And when we got cast, I sat down with my mum at home, and Shakespeare in Love was on the shelf, and she said, let's watch it, and I thought, okay, and then we put it on, and I thought, damn, he's brilliant. So that you really don't, but you don't want to, I mean, it really sort of the case with everything, you never want to do an impression of it or anything like it. So it really was, right, that's fantastic, and what they did was incredible, but we have to do it for ourselves. And the fact that we're not remaking it as a film helps so much. We're putting it on stage with, Declan was so adamant that he wanted it to be completely separate, and when we did the run for people the other day, Tom Stoppard was in, and he said within 2 minutes, this is not the film at all, and that was his baby, so coming from him, it meant a lot, and so that gets you away from what they did. They did such a fantastic job of it, but it gets you away thinking that's great, but we're just taking this story and very much making it our own. So I suppose the pressure is off in that regard.